Hey gamers, it's grindthisgame here, back with Oxygen Not Included, the All Achievement Challenge. And this is a edited version of about 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, trying to get down on the regolith planet. Now, I've got my rocket in orbit here, got 2 dupes ready to land, and I realized one of the atmosuits is worn out, which is going to be a slight problem, because it's potentially hot out there. So we get 1 dupe in a suit, and we're going to send them both down to the surface. Now, getting to the surface, you have to wait for an opening. You need a 3-tile section, and you might not always get lucky with that. So last episode I was waiting, trying to find a place to land, but finally, after some waiting, we found a spot here to get 1 dupe down, and then we got to clear a spot for the 2nd dupe. So the goal here, get the dupes down. I make a series of mistakes here. So mistake number 1 was not bringing enough good suits. Mistake number 2, well, not really a mistake, but I realized I need the mafic rock, which is about 7 tiles below the dupes, in order to build a ladder for them to get in the rocket. So that was an issue. And then the surface of this planet is just, it's not very nice. It's got blazing sun, it has meteor showers, it has high radiation, it's hot as hell, and yeah, generally it's a place where dupes are not meant to survive. So if I could recommend anything, come even more prepared than you think you'll need. Bring at least two full working atmosuits. If you have an atmosuit dock set up in your rocket, then it's not as much of an issue, but... So here we go. We're going to deconstruct both the landers. That gives us enough steel to make the landing pad. But I still got to get down quite a ways to get the mafic rock to build the ladders. So we'll probably skip ahead here a little bit. Let's just see. As I scope out the materials here. Sorry for the excessive zooming in and out there. Okay, so I decided to build the rocket slightly below the surface here to make it easier to get up into it. So I figured this is a decent place. Now you'll notice Potato, he's holding his breath, which is kind of an issue. There's no way we're gonna get the rocket down and access to it before he runs out of air, so I do a little bit of suit swapping here. That boy, we're going to take off his suit. There's going to be a lot of pausing, because this is kind of a deadly situation. If I make any mistakes, the dupes are going to die. So, we get the suit off that boy, so that Potato can put it on and get a little breath of air. Imagine you're scuba diving and you're 100 meters below the water. Maybe not 100 meters. Maybe 50 feet. And you've got 1 tank and the other person doesn't have a tank. This is kind of how it went. Suit swapping. Now luckily there's enough air in the suit to last long enough to get them in the rocket. Potentially. Spoiler alert. But like I said, they're getting blasted by sun, so eventually they're going to get sunburnt. They're getting radiation poisoning. Their stress level's going up. Luckily they're in a vacuum. I say luckily because without a vacuum, it's going to be about 100 to 150 degrees. And that boy without a suit would be just burning to death. And unfortunately it's so sunny out, he can't sleep, so we've got to get red alert on here. We're trying to get them out of the way of the rocket. But they just really want to go back towards the rocket. I think the animation doesn't show, but the rocket has already landed, even though you can't see it, so that's why they're trying to run into the rocket. Actually, what they're trying to do is disinfect the rocket platform, which is really annoying. You'll see that's kind of the first thing they do here. I gotta try to keep them preoccupied, doing some digging here. So, it was definitely a struggle. This early bit was a struggle. Now you could land robots beforehand, and I did actually land robots on this planet earlier, several episodes ago. And I actually have a platform on the left side of this map, but it got disintegrated by the meteor showers. So now that boy is suffocating, so we gotta trade the suit back here. Some more mistakes ahead though. I don't want them to get close to the rocket at the moment because it's like super high radiation and they'll get too many rads. But we're gonna get that suit off so that that boy can have a breath of fresh air. Luckily there was enough air in that suit to keep them both alive. A little bit of struggling here. Okay, he's got the suit. He was like pretty close to death there. Well, the other reason I don't want them by the rocket is because it's bloody hot and they would turn into little pieces of ash. So we got to get all the way down there. There they go, trying to disinfect the platform. That's not really what I wanted them to do, but we'll turn that off. Taking down as fast as we can. You know, I've got to be careful so they don't get stuck. And that boy likes to stand on the platform for some reason. So we gotta force him down here. I should have done my digging from the right-hand side here instead of what I did, as you'll see in a second. Because, for some reason, he wanted to go up there and get himself stuck. Now he can't get back down, and he's the one with the suit. So things just got a little bit more dangerous here, because Potato Petty has maybe, I don't know how many seconds of oxygen left. So we're gonna have to get that Maverick Rock really fast and get the ladders built, or he's gonna... No, he's gonna die. No, I actually didn't do any scum saving. I did have to reload a few times because later on the robots get really messed up. I land a couple of robots on the surface, but I didn't have to cheat, which was nice. But there was several occasions where they were near death, like this one. Now luckily they both didn't jump up on the rocket, or they both would have died, because they wouldn't have been able to get down to get stuff to build a ladder to get in the rocket. They would have been toast. So I was kind of lucky that only one of them went up there. So here we go. We got to switch the suit out again, because Potato is about to suffocate. This was somewhat stressful to do. I don't like losing dupes, so tried to be careful. And I think I forget which dupe needs the suit there, and I make a mistake, but I change it up here, and Potato is able to get in the suit and start breathing again. Breathe a sigh of relief, and looks like the ladder's gonna get in there, so that's good. Now they've taken a lot of radiation exposure and sun exposure, but we're gonna get them in the rocket here. We have to reset the crew because when you land Trailblazer modules, it clears your crew. So this was like kind of a milestone. We got them in the rocket. We got the ladders built. Now the goal is to get some blast doors above the rocket to protect it from sun, radiation, and meteor showers. I brought about 10 tons of steel on this mission to be able to build lots of blast doors and bunker tiles. Because we need to get to the middle of the map here, we have to build left in order to get over to the little room that's on this planet, open a door and get 2 artifacts. The reason we're here is to get 2 terrestrial artifacts. Now I need a ladder so that they can reach 1 door. And you can notice they're starting to twitch out from the radiation, which is not good. And stress is creeping up. We're at 18% stress on one of them. 19%. Skipping ahead here, 42% stress as you can see. Got to get that suit off Potato because it's not really helping him anymore. I think it's out of oxygen. Got to be careful how we dig here. We don't want... oh, I just peed in his suit. And they drop stuff a lot because they're stressing out, as you'll probably see right there. Drops his stuff. There were some other issues as well. So like stress is going up and there's no way to relieve it. So I build a massage table in here. Take that suit off and then try to get them on the massage table to get that stress down. And I keep them in the rocket for a while as well so they can... Some of these stress things like sunburn and a few other things that are stressing them out, let those wear off. Their morale requirements are pretty high. We get hit with a meteor shower here, which starts to destroy the rocket platform, the ladders, and if a big meteorite falls on their head, they pretty much gonna get just killed. So we send them back inside to weather the storm as our newly built infrastructure gets destroyed. We get up to 100% stress on one of the dupes here, but luckily they're able to get it back down below 100 before bad things happen. Actually, bad things happen. Disregard that. One of them does stress out, as you'll see in a bit here, and then the other one is a destructive dupe. Luckily, he doesn't stress out because he'd go around destroying stuff. It used to be that if they stressed out and they were destructive, they could knock a hole in the rocket and cause all the oxygen to leak into space, thereby killing all the dupes, but they've made it so that doesn't happen anymore, which is nice. Yeah, they're in pretty poor shape here. But luckily they get some nice sweet relief on the massage table. Now I decided to build... The other issue is that we're going to run out of power because we don't have enough solar power to keep the fridge going and the massage table. We only got 1 battery. But then I realized I'm going to lose my Great Hall bonus if I do that. So I remove it, and just hope that the battery lasts long enough to get them de-stressed. That boy just did some propulsion. Okay, so he's stressing out, and he's burning. He's burnt. And he's got rads. And he's got stress. I think I already said stress. Skipping ahead here. Look at poor that boy. Look at his face. He's just not looking good. There goes Potato. Hit 100% stress. Now, stress vomiting isn't the worst negative stress thing to have. They do lose their calories when they puke, so that's kind of an issue. But we do have a good food reserve in the rocket. We got pretty damaged during that asteroid meteor shower. Poor little guy. He's losing rads as he barfs. At least that's an upside. You can see his calories when he pukes there, though, go way down. But like I said, we got a decent amount of food. 80,000 calories, probably 40 cycles worth between the two of them. Now, since the meteor shower stopped, we're able to let the dupes back out again to start getting these bunker doors going. Now, I do some automation here, so I want to be able to open and close the doors. They won't be powered, so they'll take forever to open and close, but they will be openable and closable. You notice the battery on the rocket is completely exhausted, so we'll have brownouts here. And they keep dropping stuff, unfortunately. But eventually they get stuff built. Once we get these two blast doors on, it's going to make things a lot easier. And then I need to build some radiation protection. And then I need to build side walls to keep from meteorites from coming in from the side and hitting the rocket. Basically building a missile silo. I kind of spaced them out initially just to try to get more coverage, because it's harder for a meteorite to come in through a little crack like that. And then we can fill in the rest later once we got kind of like a skeleton of a meteor shield around the rocket. I do realize at some point that I'm going to need help. So I prepare a rocket on the main planet with a couple rovers, and send that, and later on we'll land those to help the dupes out here. As you'll see though, the rovers have some issues. They kind of lose their mind, but you'll see. Things are looking a little bit more promising here. Their stress is going down because they're not sunburnt. Their rads have gone down. We still are, you know, making them hold their breath and stuff, but that's not too bad. Got a little bit of cover over their heads here to save them from digging. And we're going to fill in the gap here a little bit. Still don't have any protection on the left side, but we'll eventually build that. This is why it took so long. You know, little trips back and forth in and out of the rocket. Like I said, it took about 3 hours of footage. I cut down to 30 minutes. Now, some of that footage was me on the other planets, just making sure things were okay and doing little side projects, but nothing major. And here we go, another meteor shower. So, the doors unfortunately were set to open, but we got them closed. Got them building the other side here. Now I'm gonna build a little tunnel through the vacuum of space to the left. Because I don't want them walking through the non-vacuum area, otherwise they'll get burnt to death. So we build this little tunnel. Eventually we're gonna have to go in the room to get artifacts, and I don't really have a solution for that. The robots can't pick them up. The dupes will have to do it, I think. But the rocket silo is really coming together. It's looking pretty good. You're still holding their breath, but that's okay. Many of you have asked in comments, why don't I build a atmosuit dock in the rocket? I'm sure there's a decent way to do it, but I can't figure out a way to put atmosuits and still get the 3-room bonuses. I probably should have re-skilled these dupes so that one was only a pilot and one was only a digger. Now, that boy just... See what he did? He just trapped himself out there. This is what they do. I guess I could have been a little bit more careful with how I did that, but I'll try to get him out of there. Save his life. He saved his own life. Good. We got the double tiles there on the top, just below the bunker doors to help block the radiation. And I'll do something similar on this tunnel that I built to keep the radiation away. Now I do a little bit more skipping ahead here as they build this tunnel because it takes a long time. I was about to build a mini-pod and then I realized I already had my mini-pod there, so that doesn't work. Here come the robots. So we're gonna land a rover here. Got the rocket in orbit. Some greatly needed help. They're happy to help, happy to bark. I thought for a second he was stuck there, but then he was just, I think he was just pondering his new situation. We also get a little bit more steel from deconstructing the landers. But I brought lots of steel, so I don't think I'm going to run out of steel for these bunker doors. Here comes the second rover. Oh, and we get hit with a meteor shower. Okay, watch this. Watch where that robot goes. He got blown all the way to the left and then he teleported over to the right and he gets stuck in an infinite loop of confusion. He's trying to deconstruct that lander, but he's hooped. I can imagine the little gears in his head just got completely knocked around and he's like, what do I do? So I do reload the game here. I do a save and I just reload and it fixes him. This happens again later on and I have to reload again, but I don't do any time shifting. I just do a save and then a reload and it fixes it. So he's fixed after a reload. Reloads take forever when you're this far into the game. So I cut that out. Now we're just sealing up the holes here and we're just gonna build left, go west. Now there's a bit of steel stuck down there. We probably want to get the robots to go down there. Let me know in a comment if you know whether the robots move faster when there's dupes on the planet. A few of you have said that. I haven't really done an experiment to see, but I think they do appear much faster when there's dupes around. If there's no dupes and they're just alone, they seem really, really slow. That gave you a glimpse of how much solar radiation there is coming down, so that's partially what this shield is for. We're getting closer to our goal. I kind of skip ahead here quite a few times because the building takes a while. The nice thing about putting this in is if we ever decide to come back, we've got a nice protected area. If we come back to farm Regolith, we'll have this nice nice tunnel that we can reuse. Here comes another meteor shower. Shouldn't have cancelled that because that steel's going to fall down, but we can get it pretty easily. I set it to crew in the rocket so that the dupes safely stowed away during this thing. Did you see what just happened? So robots they make mistakes. That robot just fell off the ladder. I don't know why. I do a reload, build a ladder, and I'm able to recover him. Actually, I think I built the ladder first, but he was still stuck in an infinite loop of being dumb. So after a reload, it fixed him and he came to his senses. So we're getting really close here. We're almost there. My only worry now is that the air is 160 degrees in this area we're about to go into. And that's a little bit hot for them. If we're really quick, I think we can kind of get in there and get out of there without too many burns, but we can get the robot to do most of the stuff. So the robot can build a ladder, but he can't open the door. I seal the robot down below because he's about to run out of battery anyway. And I try to dig out some more regolith here to make a bigger vacuum area for the hot air to flow into. But they get a little bit... They want to breathe the air here as well, which is kind of an issue because it's molten hot. And they just took damage. So, forget that idea. We're going to just try to make a break for it. Get that door open. Success, but with a burn. And the health on that boy's getting pretty low. So I deconstruct the hand sanitizer and I put a medical bed in here to heal them back up. Because I don't want them taking too much damage. So I spent some time just getting them healed up in the rocket. And we got some bleach stone in the rocket. I don't want that making chlorine gas in the rocket, so get that out of there. Now we gotta make a run in here to grab the sink, and I already grabbed one of the artifacts. You'll see it on the rocket. So you can remove artifacts from pedestals without any dupes, which is kind of interesting. They just kind of fall off the pedestal. And now we're gonna send Potato to grab the sink. And he's able to do it without getting burnt, which is kind of nice. He was fast. Now the office mugs, we don't need them. We already have an office mug. The achievement, I think, is all about unique artifacts, so... You'll notice they don't show up yet because we haven't examined them yet. So it says 6 out of 10, but we actually have 8 out of 10 now. We just have to bring them back, dust them off, and that achievement does update. Now there's still kind of the slime planet we have to go to. There's an artifact there, and then on the magma planet, which we've gone to but haven't landed on, that's where the other one is. Open the doors here. I realized there's something in the way of the rocket, so I clear some tiles out. And we're out of here. We're out of here with our 2 artifacts. We're not going to stay around. We're going to close that door up. And we're going to head back home. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. A little bit stressful. Actually, a lot of stressful. A lot stressful. Took a while, but that's why I edited this one down. It was fun. It was a challenge. So I recommend being even more prepared, like I said. If you've got docks in your suits, it's going to be a little bit easier. But there's that initial landing. That's where it's a little bit difficult, because you got to build a ladder to get back to your rocket. So, if you like this one, hit the thumbs up. If you like the shorter format, let me know in a comment. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.